Sharing a review with you guys on this Profusion Warm Glam 32 eyeshadow palette that I purchased from Five Below. I paid $5 for this palette. Just want to share with you if I think it's worth $5 and if I'll recommend it to you all to purchase. So if you like to hear my review on this product, please continue watching. This palette was really not something I was looking for. I've heard lots of people say that they get a nice Profusion and Beauty Treats palettes from Five Below. Happened to take a friend in, was just strolling, not really looking to pick up anything, and then I saw this and two other palettes, and I did pick them up. They were $5 each. Now Profusion is one of those beauty supply store brands that generally a lot of people pass by without thinking, and they're not so familiar with it in terms of, like, you know, regular drugstore brands like Wet n Wild, Revlon, Maybelline, or high-end products palettes. So a lot of times when you see these, you say, okay, I don't know if they're worth the buy. Does it make sense? But of lately, Profusion has upped their game, and you can find them in Target. I know for sure. I can't remember if I've ever seen it in my Walmart, at least, but I know that I have seen it in Target, and I've purchased Profusion stuff from Target and have been pleased. Hence why when I saw it in Five Below, I was very skeptical. There were a bunch of Profusion palettes. I picked up 2 and 1 Beauty Treats, and I was a little indecisive, but I went online and I looked up to try to find reviews on this palette and did not find any. And I thought, okay, well, maybe let me just go ahead and pick it up and see if it's gonna be worth the buy, and then share it with you all. I did choose this one in particular because of the green there, because you guys know I'm a sucker for green. I also like this kind of color, and then all these neutrals are really great. If you've watched my channel for a while, you know that I'm not a sucker for something that has a lot of dark colors, and hence why this one did catch my eye. There's just like two, a matte black and a kind of dark brown that's a little more I won't say, it's more like a satin with some metallic sheen to it. I have not used all these eyeshadows, but I've used quite a bit of them already. So I thought, okay, I have, you know, a good take on how well they work. I've used it about 5 times, and so I try to use new colors except the matte ones. So let's dive into the review of this particular palette, and I'll let you guys know what my thoughts are. Alright, I'm going to actually swatch every single color for you guys on the back of my hand for you to see how pigmented the colors are. But there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mattes alone. And I think, though, that's my only regret. I have a little company here. Say hi, Jordan.
Hi.
Alright, don't blind them with the mirror. So we're going to swatch. I was saying that one of my only regrets with this palette is that the 5 mattes, there are only 5 mattes, and I felt that for 32 eyeshadows, there's so much frosty colors. You're being distracting. There's so many frosty colors that you would run out of the matte transition shades very easy. So they should have had a larger pan for the matte eyeshadows, or just have maybe about, for 32 eyeshadows, you can have a good 8 that are matte colors and in good transitions. Now, yes, we had a lot of distraction going on, but the lightest transition shade is up here, and if you're lighter tone than I am, this per se will not work for you as a brow bone if you like a matte brow bone color, or if you like a higher transition up here. But outside of that, I think the color selection is nice, and for the colors that I've used, they are pigmented. So let's just dive into the swatches. It's going to be easier for me to do the 4 colors across. Rub my fingers just lightly in the pan, and there is a slight kickback, and there's nothing on my hand, no primer or anything. That's the first 4. Next 4. That green is really, really awesome. It's swatching a bit different from what's on my eye. It's a tad dark on my hand, but overall these colors are way more pigmented in person felt like it didn't do enough justice, but they're beautiful. Yeah, the distraction, I had to do voiceovers for those. So there's some colors that are extra pigmented, and then the others are frosty enough but very buildable, and you can see those colors. They're really awesome fall colors. I forgot to do the live swatches in the pan again. These colors are really lovely. We'll come across the first matte color here, so you guys will see how it swatches. That's the first matte there. You see how smooth it is? It's actually looking more satin here, yeah, than matte. And this first color, which I have not used, does, oh, that's also a matte color. So these two are matte colors. Next for another matte color here. That's the matte color there doesn't look like it should have, but then I'm also swatching it on my ring finger. So, but it's beautiful as a nice transition color. Brown color, that's gorgeous. I generally mix that and the black for my crease. Can you see how pigmented it is? So, these colors are really nice and foiled. Last row, and then that transition color again. The black is not a matte black, and it's more like a charcoal, but I find that you can build it up to a nice black. So there you have it. Overall, this palette is definitely worth $5. Definitely. 32 eyeshadows. None of them have really operated as a dud. These lighter colors work well as highlighters, or even lid colors work well with a base. Like this color I've used a lot. I've not used this, but I've swatched this quite a few times just because it's pretty. I like this as a nice rose gold color. This color here in swatching I absolutely fell in love with, and those are like fall colors, so may not necessarily, you know, use them per se, but then these colors are just, they are really nice. This is actually more of a really nice fall palette just because of these colors here, like this 6 here. But overall, this is a palette you can use all year because you have a mixture of different shades. It is a neutral palette, and you can get like a natural look with it. It's very easy to apply, workable, buildable in terms of, but pigmentation really good. Some of the eyeshadows apply kind of foiled on your eyes, and some of them, if you apply them without wetting your brush, they apply great. Like this is not even wet that I have on my lid. I didn't have to wet the brush. That's just how well it applies. Overall, I love this. I would give this palette a 5 out of 5, really and truly. I mean, I would say that I wish the matte colors were, there were more matte colors, or that that they were larger in size. I just made a mess here. But other than that, I think the packaging is very sturdy and compact. I like that I get to see what the colors were before choosing it, which helped in the whole process. It's because of the kind of plastic it is, it's easy to wipe and clean. But from continuous use, you, like what happened here, you will have to, you know, it's white, so you'll have to like touch up and clean up on it. And this is kind of distracting me that this piece here is messed up. I will clean that after, but overall, this is a really awesome palette. So if you see it at Five Below or any of your beauty supply stores and you think, oh, I wonder if it's a good buy, it is a good buy. $5, I would say even close, going up to $8. I think you're definitely even $10, because there's some palettes at the drugstore, Revlon, Maybelline, that are around $10, and you don't even get this sort of pigmentation. This is also really, if you have like a matte palette, this is definitely gonna work well for you because you have your matte transition colors, and the colors here. You can actually even use as face highlighters. They are really, really nice. Not overly shimmery, not a lot. I didn't notice a lot of fallout or anything like that, even with the darker colors. So overall, really, really like this palette, and I'll recommend you guys to get it.